So, welcome again to the Malvern Retreat House and to the Family Life Center. In the Connections program, there's a small group meeting. It meets once a week, and that meeting takes about an hour and a half. It always ends on time. It always begins on time first and ends on time. And a small group may be anywhere from 6 to 10 or 12 people. That really depends on the size of the leadership team. If it's a big group, 12 people, and there's only one leader, that's really going to be hard on him or her. If there is a leadership team, a leader, an apprentice leader, and a host, 3 people, then it's easier to manage a larger group. So the small group meeting is part of the program. Like I said, we meet on a Tuesday night. Feel free to join us in January, and also we'll be meeting other times throughout the week. Thanks, everyone. Okay, let's take a look at our second reading. It's again, it's week 7 of a 7-week series from the letter to the Hebrews. In this section of the letter, we have this ongoing comparison between the high priests of old and the one true high priest, Jesus Christ. The same themes are appearing over and over and over again these past 4 weeks. There were many priests in the past, now there's one priest. They offered many sacrifices, now there's one sacrifice. Their sacrifices were animals, his sacrifice is himself. Those sacrifices took place in a temple made by human hands. Jesus himself is the temple, and now he lives in the sanctuary in heaven, not made by human hands. So it goes back and forth. We'll see some of them again in this reading. So it's from the letter to the Hebrews. Brothers and sisters, every priest stands daily at his ministry, offering frequently those same sacrifices that can never take away sin. But this one offered one sacrifice for sins, and took his seat forever at the right hand of God. Now he waits until his enemies are made his footstool. For by one offering he has made perfect forever those who are being consecrated. Where there is forgiveness of these, there is no longer offering for sin. So, a couple of interesting things. Archaeologists have found carvings of kings who have defeated their enemies standing on their heads. Other descriptions are actually the king seated on his throne with his feet on the heads of his vanquished enemies. Well, that's the image that's being used here, that Jesus will reign and his feet will be on the heads of his enemies. The heads of his enemies will be his footstool. You know, it's like an ottoman, it's a stool. So Jesus' ultimate enemy is Satan, and he has conquered Satan in his passion. Next, we're also told that the one sacrifice forgives sins, and Jesus will return not to forgive sins. He's already done that. People need to make a decision or not to receive him. He will come back to bring his followers to heaven. So this ends our reading from the book of the Hebrews. I would encourage you every once in a while to try to read through an entire letter or an entire book from the Bible. The letter of Philemon is the shortest. It's a little cheat sheet. So if you want to say you read something at one sitting, then you can read the letter of Philemon. But even Mark is only 16 chapters and might take an hour or two. But try to read through some of these great letters and great books from the Bible that we hear so often, especially the New Testament. Try to do it in 1 or 2 settings. It makes it easier. Thanks, everyone. Come back tomorrow and Friday. We're going to be taking a look at our gospel.